You know, it's funny, yesterday was the October 15th, and that was always etched in everybody's body clock, and that was the first day of practice. Of course, back then you couldn't see your guys in the summer, you couldn't watch them play pickup, you certainly couldn't work with them. So there was a buzz about the first day of practice. I think our first day was October 1st. And there's really no buzz anymore because you practice year round. You're doing stuff in the summer, you're working with them, and you just kind of seem to go year round now all the time. And that can be good and bad. For us, it's good because we've got a lot of young guys that we're trying to grow up. I told somebody at the ACC Media Day, we're older, we're healthier, we're better. Now, what's that mean in the league we signed up for? Now the other side of that is obviously the league loses a lot of guys. So I feel our timing to make a move back into the mix is right there for us. It's a group. It kind of struck me one day that in like July. I walked off. I go, okay, we look a little older, and so all those guys. There's no new faces out there. Cormac's out there, but he's not really involved yet because of the hernia surgery, just the shooting drills. So everybody's kind of been in our system and our culture, and now they, just trying to keep letting them play together a lot. There's no question that going through some of the stuff they've gone through with Rex Pfluger and his mother's situation, that's kind of done some things to our team dynamic that you couldn't orchestrate team building like that, and God forbid it was for such a sad event. But it's kind of done some interesting things to our group as far as, man, they really kind of had to be together on some stuff right now. And he's probably a couple weeks away still physically. He's not doing any 5-on-5, and I'll be darned if we're going to rush him to November 6th. I mean, we'll just take this when we get it, but it's kind of, I didn't. I took Jawan and Johnny down there with me. I felt TJ and Rex had their media gaggle day, and they didn't really need all that. And Johnny, for obvious reasons, for Jawan to maybe build some confidence a little bit, and he's played well. The first 10 days of practice. It's funny. My staff would come in and say, "Hey, did you see so and so pick this?" I said, I don't want to hear anything about preseason. All I know is we got a lot of work to climb back into the mix, and that's great. And when you get into that setting in media day last week, then you start. I hadn't really registered all the guys that have left the league. We obviously have lost a lot, and so you do feel the door is open. But I think it's kind of been a little chip on the shoulder, and we're not. Whatever y'all pick us, let's go.
So does that